Cash and John Barrett are watching this one for us.
There's going to be a system of challenges, which we had for the first time this year in Miami at the Master Series event there, and it was very successful. The public liked it. They could see it on the giant screen, and the players were allowed unlimited number of challenges, but only 2 errors per set.
Oh, is that right? Well, that's fair enough.
$15 left. Left.
So it seems that Lee's lead is just about to be wiped out.
Game Hewitt. Three games on. First set.
3 games apiece. 3-love to Lee on the break of serve in the second game, and he lost his own in the 5th with that double fault.
Well, he's going to really need to focus now, Lee, and slow the tide really towards Hewitt. He's getting a bit pumped up now. Leighton. Oh, that's another missed return. Not a particularly tough serve. Just overran it a little bit. Put his leg across, and the ball wasn't quite as wide as he thought it was. So he just got a little bit close to it.
Third left.
Good serve. Set this one up. Plenty of time. He could take his pick which side he went.
Fourth left.
He does love a target, doesn't he?
40-15.
This sort of stuff brings tears to Tim Henman's eyes over the years. Just running wide, only a small gap to hit it into. Should have probably covered the line a bit more there, Lee.
Game, Lee. New balls, please.
Just asking for his towel.
Lee leads 4-3. First set.
Doesn't want to give his opponents any free points, and that's the relentless pressure that we usually see from Leighton Hewitt. Constantly making all the returns and making you have to work so hard to win every single point.
Loud 15.
Both players slowing that rally down, particularly Hewitt, just wanting to get the ball back into play. And there's John Fitzgerald in the yellow, Davis Cup captain, former Wimbledon doubles winner with Anders Jared. I think Thomas Schmidt, maybe not.
15,
no, I don't think he did. Well, he's runner-up with me anyway. Back in, what year was that, Fitzy? 85. Beat McEnroe and Fleming and lost to Guntard and Tarozzi in the final. It was all his fault, of course. You remind him of that daily. Oh, there's a forehand. What look at the follow through here.
15-40.
Watch this follow through. Whee, right upper back around the head to curl it around.
And 2 break points.
A clever play.
30-40.
That's what a competitor does. He knows, he goes to the weakness under the big time. Says, okay, well, if you're good enough, let's see you hit it on your weaker side.
Oh dear, that was his favourite shot too.
Deuce.
Break point, unable to make it.
Advantage.
A couple of come-ons there from Hewitt, yeah, but it really was pretty poor play there from Lee. He's just a couple of backhands. It's his favourite side too. Good serve.
Game Hewitt.
So he's out of trouble. Hewitt. Typical fighting qualities.
First set.
So we're back on level terms for all. Little snarl of dismay from Hewitt when he missed that one. Wasn't too difficult.
It's another return he's missed. Maybe he's just getting used to the grass out here. Good forehand. Well, and it's every court's slightly different. Certainly the major courts, centre court and court 1 are definitely different than the courts out the back. Usually the courts out the back are a little bit harder. These ones on centre court don't get any play at all before the championships, other than you'll correct me if I'm wrong. Just a little social.
The members, the lady members, are invited to come out and just patter around on the courts. Oh yes, that two-hander down the line, one of his great strengths.
It's a deadly shot, isn't it, that one?
15.
They have such control, the two-handers, don't they?
It's not fair, really.
They have 3 advantages: control, power, and disguise. Of course, there is one drawback, and that is reach. You have to be very fast. An uncharacteristic miss.
40-15.
Just way more than he would like. A nice short forehand in the middle of the court.
Yes, that's a slightly worrying statistic, that, at this stage.
It'd be unfortunate for him. Probably just a little bit too easy. So he's going to have to work himself into this match and get his concentration going. I'd like to see him. I know he's been trying to be more attacking, to get near the net, and he can do it in practice, and he can certainly volley very, very well. And I think he's sort of almost got to break out of his shell and finally do it.
15 left.
Nasty bounce. Just happened to hit that dry patch just behind the line. Lucky for Hewitt, it was called out.
He had a difficult year last year, did Hewitt, really, because he had an injury when he was playing in Indian Wells to a big toe. And the final he was playing Federer, lost that one, but then had to have surgery on the toe.
Ooh.
$30-15.
Well, it's just he just had enough angle to get that one. He certainly had to hit a winner off it. It would have been there. Whip it across court. Too short from Hewitt. Just too short.
30 all.
It's a big point, this. 4-5, 30 all, a must win. Took a little pace off it, 117
40-30.
mph, and made sure it was in and deep.
And Lee played safe, didn't he? Almost too safely. Sort of just tried to push it back and didn't really give it a full hit.
Game, Hewitt. Five games all. First set.
So Beck relieved, I think, to see her husband closing that game out nicely with two good serves from 30 all.
Left.
Because he's a great hero in Korea, where he's the best player, and of course plays Davis Cup for them all the time.
Best player ever, I would have thought.
He is.
So do you know any Korean players other than him?
No, he is the leading and only player of note on the tour.
I do like their tennis. It's certainly
15 all.
plenty of players there. Lots of tournaments. And they haven't really produced anybody other than this man. This is crunch time. This is like Agassi today. This is usually where these top players really come into their own, putting their opponent under pressure, or just refusing to make a mistake. Now, Hewitt hasn't been so good at that today, but let's see. What on earth was that? That was the most stupid drop shot I think I've ever seen. This guy's arguably the quickest guy on the court in the world, and And that's a poor drop shot. And set up an easy shot.
2 break points.
Good point
Yes.
from Lee.
Beautiful control of length,
30-40.
forcing Hewitt back on his heels. So important that the ball should be deep, unless, of course, you're going for a short angle. Good first serve.
Deuce.
Yeah, good first serve. Nothing special. Still, Hewitt gave a bit of a yell at himself then. Quickly, a quick glance up to his team to say, "What am I doing? Got to make that." I know what he's like. Won't be happy about that. And I like that. A bit like Andy Murray. You make a mistake and unforced error, not acceptable in this standard of tennis.
Advantage, Hewitt.
It was a cunning shot. Going back behind him and getting yet another break point, his third. Oh, well played. Good thing he was awake there, Pat.
Deuce.
Yes, that's right. I mean, he really had to hit the winner there. Pick one side or the other and realised, well, Hewitt's over there. I better give it a big smack and cover the line quickly. Of course, he could have gone down the line, but he's busy watching the ball. Sometimes you just don't know where your opponent is. And often happens when the lob goes up, of course.
It's when you need 3 eyes. Oh, well played.
Advantage, Lee.
He's under terrific pressure in this game, and that was a commendable rally in the circumstances. He's already saved 3 virtual set points. Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
Lee.
Player. So no particular weaknesses, but there's no great strengths either. Very good backhand, I suppose that's probably his strength.
Loud, 15.
No, that's not what you want. First point just to of the game. Serving to stay in the set, serving a double fault. Underestimate how crucial the first point of the game is.
Good drop shot that time.
It's gutsy, wasn't it? It was gutsy because
15 on.
Lee was just about there. Any deeper, any higher, and the ball would have just been high enough for Lee to be able to hit down on as opposed to up.
30-15. 40-15.
3 aces now.
Again, another short ball that Lee was able to hit hard. The depth, I think, is the thing that would be concerning me most about Hewitt's game.
Lack of.
Yes, for sure.
Oh, he slipped.
Hewitt. Six games all. First set, tiebreak.
Well, that's always a good ploy. The wrong footing drive behind your opponent if the surface is at all slippery. And there's still a bit of green in these courts. So we're at 6-all on the tiebreak.
Almost getting too dry at the back of the court now. So it's this might be long before it's dead grass. You'll be sliding along the dry stuff.
1-0.
Well, I couldn't pick a winner in this tiebreaker. I think at the moment they're very even.
His second ace.
You would think a more experienced player would win when it comes under pressure, the tiebreaker.
Well, he's got a little bit of grass court form, you know. He was a semi-finalist at Queen's in 2004. Lost to Grosjean that time, so he can play on grass. This man can certainly play on grass. Wimbledon champion 3 times in a row he won at Queen's before Roddick's 3.
I guess what nationality those guys were. Oh, lovely. Well, you might as well go for it.
2-1.
Again, short, inside the service line, right onto the forehand, plenty of angle to work with. Deserved that. Other players are too scared to hit that and come in after it because of the power of Hewitt's passing shots. Because if it doesn't come back, you don't have to worry about hitting the next one.
One mini break apiece.
Lee.
Well, competing strongly is Lee against this little terrier.
Great play.
3-0.
Oh, he's saying it's wide. Saying it was on the line, but it was the baseline, not the sideline.
He didn't hear the call, Hewitt.
No.
And it was actually in.
Right on the back edge.
So 4-2.
Well, damaging the short second serve. Regardless of how close it was still a very attacking return off a poor second serve, to be honest.
And exactly what you would hope to see a player try and do.
Yep. Not a lot of that going on these days, is there? There's certainly not of that then following it in.
2-4.
He went for it again. With a clean winner of this almost identical shot
Lee.
a few points ago.
Worth a try, you know, when you've got the odd point ahead of the tiebreaker on the opponent's serve.
Well, he should hit that one in. It was not particularly difficult shot. He probably just overplayed it a little bit. Just went for it a bit too much. He just eased back a fraction and said, "Okay, I'm going to hit it in, and I'm going to be ready for the next one. Follow it up, and if it's a good one, I'll go back defensively."
Good serve.
5-3. Lee.
So this is the key moment. If he can hold this one, he gets the set point.
The miss hit confused him.
Lee.
Kicking himself for that, won't he? Because it was a miss-hit ball right there, slightly miss-hit. It went up high. He thought, oh, that's going out, and the miss sort of wobbled. It dropped, and he knew it as soon as it went past. He's like, oh no. I think we've all been there, haven't we, JB? We've been.
Oh yes.
That one go over his shoulders and go, oh no. What was I thinking?
The trouble is with those miss hits that there's so much fizzing topspin on it, the ball is going to dip. As it did. 4-5.
Oh dear. Complete miss hit, a bad bounce. There's
6-4.
There's quite a few funny bounces in the middle of the court there. It's getting chopped up after
seemed to shoot that ball, didn't it?
Just stayed low. They stayed low a little bit there.
So it's set point.
On the line. On the line.
Game on first set.
Bad bounce again. 2 in a row.
Seven games to.
That's forced the error.
30-all.
He's hitting the ball very crisply, is Hyung Taek Lee today. Taking the ball nice and early.
Yes. Again, grab a short ball. A quick return, setting that up.
30-42.
Just a very crisply clean hit right back to Hewitt. Just like Agassi, smack that return back and wait for the next ball to put away.
Got a bit too close to it there.
Deuce. Advantage Hewitt.
Another good call there, I think. Just wide.
Game Hewitt.
Well, Cyclops, Lee, have a good look at that one. Thought it was a bit long. Well, it just caught the back of the line, the Cyclops machine. Certainly didn't beep. Although I don't think that is 100% correct always, that Cyclops. It's pretty accurate.
Difficult on a grass court where the surface isn't absolutely 100%. Well, that looked miles long. Let's have another look. Hawkeye thinks it clipped the line. Well, I'd better go back to the get a new pair of glasses, I think. Well, the score line is there. Love 1. Second set.
Out. 15 love. Third love. Out. 40 love. Game lead.
Yes, that's good serving, you know. A lot of first balls in, very accurate.
1 game on. Second
Making
set.
Hewitt stretch to the maximum. Quickly to 1-all. The pressure's all on Hewitt at the moment. He's had to save a break point, remember, in that first service game of this set.
Yes, he's going to be. He's going to have to watch it. He's a champion. You usually pull it back, his concentration back pretty quickly. That was a very makeable volley. What Hewitt didn't do then was to get in very quickly. He hit the approach shot, almost waited. There you go. He just sort of didn't really get in quickly like we know he can. And the volley made it tougher than was necessary. Now he's going to be reluctant to move forward, and I think he needs to move forward to put some pressure on Lee, but he's not going to want to now. Yeah, that's a good backhand.
Beautiful shot.
Particularly where Hewitt was here. He's come up a little bit closer to the baseline. There he is, and that's skidded right through. And the nice green stuff there. I think this court's a little bit harder to rally on than the centre court. I think it's got a few more bad bounces, I suppose, slightly chopped up. Somehow Agassi manages to do it. I don't know how he manages to do it. Age of 36, can still go out there and rally and hit everything clean.
That's all.
Perfectly directed. Doesn't have to be that fast if you can be as accurate as that. 111 is all it was, and you can certainly hit it faster than that.
Game, Hewitt. New balls, please.
Reset match with 12 aces and sometimes none.
Well, here we are. No breaks yet. This set, 1-2. Those are the worrying ones, really. It was a perfectly routine forehand, missed by miles.
That one skidded through. Same spot as
15 on.
Lee had hit the previous point. It's a slightly grassy bit there. And can't always go for the big swing and power shot. It's where the slice shot of something like Federer is dangerous.
.30-15.
Such a lovely, fluent striker of the ball is Lee, that he's catching Hewitt by surprise often, taking it early.
.40-15. Game, Lee. Two games all. Second set.
2-all second set. I was just thinking, Pat, you know, we might find it difficult to get this match completed tonight. Local time, 7 o'clock, what, 2 hours of daylight left? And there could be at least 2 hours of tennis here ahead of us.
Yeah, 2 hours of good tennis by the way things are looking. They're you expect Hewitt to make a bit of a comeback here. Again,
well, you'd expect
for
that.
him. I'm sure he will, but he's got to start putting a bit of oomph into some of these shots. Otherwise, he's dropping them short, and Lee is standing up there and having a hit at them. He certainly had a hit at that second serve. It was just a little bit too good.
Let first.
Yeah, a bit of a funny jump. There's certainly been some strange bounces out here. More of a reason to get into the net, I would have thought. Get into the net, let less ground strokes, let the bad bounces make the opponent struggle even more with the passing shots.
Let first.
Mm.
30-15.
So many of these back in, just in the middle of the rally. Hewitt is hitting it straight down the middle of the court. Now, I'm not sure if that's a tactic of his. Just to try and reduce the angles or the ability for Lee to get a hit cross court or down the line, but certainly not doing any good.
Well done.
.40-15.
Yes, very good reaction here from Hewitt.
Should have really gone cross court or lob, really, for Lee. Yeah, see how close Hewitt is to the net. Good accurate pickup though.
Game Hewitt.
Or because he's got a kid and he's got a wife to travel with, and there's just other things in life. I don't really know, but he hasn't quite got that refusal to make mistakes. He's not quite as aggressive as he has been. Not aggressive as in his tactics, but aggressive in his mental attitude.
15 left.
There's a shot that he just he wouldn't normally miss. Yet again, another return. Pretty standard sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's
not a bad serve by any means.
But he was so deadly in those circumstances.
Fifteen on.
Oh, winners, unforced errors there. Winners at the top, both unforced errors. Now 17, that's a lot for Hewitt. That is a lot.
30, 15.
I mean, you'd normally see Hewitt in, well, a set and a half here. 17 unforced errors, boy. I mean, he would be in a 5, 6, something like that. Lee wouldn't be happy with his unforced errors either, to be perfectly honest. There's both of the players, too many. Quite a few winners from Hewitt, though.
Another of those big points coming up here.
Better depth, great depth. Right near the baseline.
Battle of wills going on in that rally. And Hewitt refused to offer him any comfort of a short ball. So here's the break point he was working so hard for.
So deadly. That's why players don't like to come to the net unless they hit the unbelievable approach shot.
And the trademark, come on. Well, that used to upset certain individuals. Doesn't worry me at all.
Doesn't worry me in here. I'm not playing out there, though. He hasn't just hit a winner past me.
But it's not in the face of the opponent. I mean, it's just encouraging himself. Come on.
Yeah, I think the players were kind of annoyed at the fact that he was doing it all the time. And you don't see it as often now. Just big points and great shots.
15 left.
And it is his way of pumping himself up.
Certainly a trademark for him in Australia. Kids all do that at the tennis club. I do it too as a joke.
What? That's enough.
Well, some running done here.
4-2 love.
It's a great drop shot, actually, from Lee. Only somebody of Hewitt's speed could get there and be able to control the next shot. Oh, still volleyed.
40-15.
That's what happens if you don't do enough with the half volley. Just sitting up a little bit too high. Most players will go cross court if they have time. Why? It's a good question, actually. Easy shot.
It's because it makes the next shot so difficult. If you can get to those dipping balls, almost certainly you're hitting it up, then you're able to hit the next winner.
Speaking about slice backhands, I copied her backhand slice growing up. The exact shot we just saw, I was watching her play as a youngster, and I went out there and started practicing like that, and constantly could see her backhand slice in my head whenever I was growing up.
Love 15.
Margaret Court's been, she's voted the greatest Australian Open player of all time. Now, just trying to remember how many she won. I think she won 7 singles titles.
She won 11 Australian titles in singles.
11, was it?
Yes, 11 of her 24 altogether. 24 Grand Slam singles titles. 11 of them were at
11. That's unbelievable.
in Australia.
I got to 1 final. I got to 2 finals. I was happy with that. One, not completely, of course.
30-15.
Nice ace there. I think that's his 4th today.
Better return. As Hewitt is finally starting to get some depth on some of his ground strokes, particularly his returns. Giving back a little bit of what Lee has been giving to him.
40-13.
This is a good serving exhibition.
He can break. He can certainly do it. Break for the set.
Actually delivered straight into the hitting zone. Hewitt didn't have to move his feet at all.
Whoop.
I don't mind this tactic from Lee.
Hewitt.
Hits the backhand, tries to get in quickly, but I mean, that was a great shot. He's even covered the line there, Lee. But boy, he's so accurate with that passing shot. How many times have we seen him hit the line?
Game on the second side, Hewitt.
Challen, Marat Safin has been reading the riot act to the umpire again. The volcano has gone off once more. Oh, it looks like he's going to go again. This match against Fernando Gonzalez.
How can he do that?
Yes, but we should have stayed.
He won the first 2 sets. And since then, it's been getting away from him.
I'll give him a break. Is he a man or he's... What is not a question of that? He can say that he didn't hear anything, man. Come on. So what?
No, that's it. You know how it is. Unfortunately, you know how it is.
The guy says also the same words. It's okay, no? And this one he has to come and say stuff.
He didn't say to do it. Just say watch out. That's it.
Fucking smart. It's okay that we have to run for 4 hours here and make the clowns out of ourselves.
Don't take it personally.
Yeah, I'm taking it personally.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Just try to watch out. That's it. Please.
Tie. Tough to get a word in edgeways when Marrett's going off on one. And it is in his nature, that's for sure. And it'll be very interesting to see how it affects him in this match. Because he's had the number 10 seed pretty much where he wants him. And it looked like it was all going very, very easily for him. But Safin's one of these people, he will allow himself to be distracted. And this is certainly a big distraction for him. If it's not someone in the crowd, it's the line judge, it's the umpire, it's the other guy, whatever it is. Oh, uh-oh. Well, an ace has been called, and is he going off again? Oh. Well, it's so close. He called good. Does it just catch him into the line?
And now you don't see these balls. I mean, give me a break, seriously. What's happening? The ball is out, man. It's not even close. It's not even close.
Well, if we were in Germany, he'd have a yellow card by now. Might have never read one. Come on, umpire, get the card out.
Explain to me. It's not even close. You understand? Okay, forget about this. Forget about the guy with the glasses. But it's not even close.
Well, at this rate, we're not going to get this match finished tonight if Marrett's going to argue every point. Unhappy. Puts up a little hand of acknowledgement to Gonzalez. So while Marrett fumes on court number 2, let's get back to court number 1, where all is civilization between Hyung-Tak Lee and Leighton Hewitt. They're on their best behaviour. Pat Cash and John Barrett are watching this one for us. 1 set all.
One game on. First.
Get into the moment in the day when in that far corner it's difficult to return in that first court because of the sun being straight in your eyes. In another 20 minutes or so it'll all be in shade and there'll be no problem.
It's often awkward, of course, in the middle of the court, but it's just stuck in the corner of your eye. Good tactic. That's what I like to see more from here.
15 left.
It was good play. Coming in, sneaking in, hitting a good volley.
Stop.
40 left.
Looks like two very quick games in succession here. 40 love. Unforced errors still high for both.
Oh. He must have started running before that even came close to hitting that ball. Look how quickly he was to that one. That was easily. I thought that was a good drop shot too. It's the reaction time, isn't it? So as you see that, off you go.
Yes, getting off the mark quickly. Well, he is serving a few of those second balls rather short.
Yeah, they're a bit, and not with much pace on them either. Wasn't too bad, I suppose, 94. But yeah, very short. Just enough pace on them to that Lee didn't have to do too much of his own work. That's a better one.
And Hewitt. Hewitt led 2 games to 1.
The Hewitt serve. And that can be dangerous if you don't hit it perfectly accurate.
No breaks yet. 1-2.
I'd like to see Hewitt do a few of those. Just wind up and loosen up somehow. He needs that if he's going to become a threat to the top players in the world again. There's only really one top player, isn't there? On this surface, anyway.
Yes, I mean, there are two top players, and one of them on grass and fast courts, supreme, the other supreme on clay.
Oh, we do write Nadal off from being a hard court player. He's beaten.
Oh, he has.
Particularly on slower hard courts.
Oh, that's brilliant. But again, racket technology helping here. Look at this, right into the corner. All he does is slap it like that with a little bit of wristy flick, and it shoots into the corner. Unplayable. Try that with a wooden racket, you'd have broken your wrist.
I was going to say, I'll ask you that question. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
(40-15).
I must say the standard has certainly picked up now. Some terrific tennis being played.
Game lead. New ball flick.
Ace number 6.
2 games all. Third set.
Well, staying with him. So that's good to see. I mean, quite often you lose a set as you do in 6-2, and next thing you know you're down a break. But you might not be able to think of it off the top of your head, but what players do you think have really benefited from these sort of rackets? In other words, with an old wooden racket, who would struggle?
Well, I think Nadal for a start. Absolutely. I mean, the way he flicks that ball with topspin. And I think they all do. Somebody like Gonzalez, for instance, who hits terrific with terrific power on that huge forehand of his.
Wait, is it a forehand? All right. So you went through today, beating Safin, is that correct?
15 left.
Yes, I'm not sure about that one. Didn't catch up with that. I was on another match.
All right, Safin, boy, he's had last 2 years, very good comfortable first round wins, and just crunched out in the second round. Unpredictable. Brilliant 1 minute, average the next.
Left.
Well, we'll just break away from the number 1 court action, because here on court 2, Fernando Gonzalez of Chile serving for the match. 15 love. Make that 15 all. But the meltdown from Marat is almost complete. Having been 2 sets to the good, he's allowed himself to take his eye off the ball, literally and metaphorically. Oh, that was a shame. Safin did everything he could to keep himself alive in that point. Gonzalez must have thought he'd won it 3 times over. And even then, he still managed to get racket to ball, and he couldn't keep it in play. So 2 points for the match for the number 10 seed. Point, a very loose, lazy shot, tired shot from the big Russian. And that takes Gonzalez through to match point in what's been a very tempestuous affair. Not between the 2 players, it has to be said. Safin's picked a fight with just about everybody else on court number 2, but not with Fernando Gonzalez. But Gonzalez can now seal the deal. Terrific winner, tremendous comeback. He was on his knees after 2 sets, and when he lost that second set tiebreaker, you really thought another seed was on his way out. But Fernando Gonzalez regrouped magnificently and helped, it has to be said, by his opponent's stormy temperament. He's come back and taken the last 3 sets, 6-4 in each. Well, that was one to savour on court number 2. 3 hours, 22 minutes. It's goodbye for another year to Marat Safin. I think the chair umpire will be too unhappy to see him depart. And it's Gonzalez who lives to fight another day. This man has got the all-round game to trouble the big guns, if he ever does put it together. One of those dangerous dark horses. So anyway, through to the 3rd round. Fernando Gonzalez. He doesn't know who his opponent's going to be yet. David Ferrer, the 23 seed, is his likely opponent. He's taken the first set, but he's currently in action on court number 4. So Gonzalez a happy man. Safin, as ever, very unhappy. Anyway, let's return to court number 1. Who's going to be smiling out of these two? Leighton Hewitt and Hyung Tak Lee. 2-3 Lee in the third set, but he's 30 love on his serve, looking to level it up at 3 apiece. John Barrett and Pat Cash are watching this one.
Well done this time. Moved in well behind his drop shot.
Slipped a little bit, but he still managed to control it. There he goes. Stumbled a little bit.
A little apology there from Leighton. He didn't know much about that return.
Game, league. Three games all. Third set.
Ace number 7. Well, the vital 7th. So often the 7th game is the crucial one in any set. No, lovely play.
Well, he does come in and finish the volley off, point off well. I'd like to see him get in a little more often.
Whoop.
Still struggles a little bit, doesn't he, on that second serve short. Opponent decides to step up and be aggressive.
Well, this is getting a little bit tighter than he'd hoped it would be. 3 double faults now. Three, 4, no breaks. Oh, brilliant.
Left.
He's a lovely striker of the ball, isn't he?
There's nothing wrong with that shot at all, was there?
Glorious free hitting.
Good serve. That's what he was hoping for.
111 miles an hour. Not his fastest. He's been up to 124. They've both served 8 aces now.
Well, a good return really is, you see, is crucial for Hewitt. He needs to get into charge early on in the point. Otherwise, Lee seems to be dictating the play. Let's see where Hewitt can go with this return. If you loosen up a little bit, smack a couple of second serves. Didn't have to.
40, that's it.
Making it a little tight now, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. I think they're both feeling the pressure here. I think they both realise this third set is likely to be the crucial one. Good serve.
Four games on. Third set.
Well, it's wonderful to see that somebody who is ranked so modestly can cause such problems. Just 102 in the world is the Korean, but you'd never believe it watching him today playing against the number 9.
Thank you. Let's press up.
Well, I'd like to see Lee just make that one back into play. That was actually a very good serve. Skidded, it was deep, and he really went flat out for that. It's a very risky shot. Well, Hewitt did well there in the middle of that rally to be able to get that ball that dropped on the baseline and checked a little bit.
Lovely point.
Good correction.
An immediate overrule is what is called for. And Damian Steiner of Argentina up to the mark there. ace number 9.
Game, Hewitt. Hewitt leads 5 games. Now 15. Now 13.
Well, 2 points away from the set now. Well, that was a brave approach, not the greatest.
15, 13.
It has to be said it was a makeable pass, but perhaps the tension of the moment caused Hewitt to miss.
At first.
A wry smile from him. He thought that was a fault, but it's a let.
Says it all, really. Not sure about the line call. He wasn't happy with for himself. Line call.
Well, according to Hawkeye, a fault. No call.
And on that angle, Hawkeye does make quite a few mistakes.
It's so 40-30 from Love 30.
Did well to dig that serve out. Actually, he's still pointing, saying, "Oh, that one was out too." And I actually tend to think he was probably right. There's a couple of mistakes there. And maybe just touched.
Oh, what a player.
Well, it was the only shot that was on, really, in that position. And he had to hit it perfectly, and he did.
Quite remarkable. That devastating lob has brought Hewitt to set point. No, even Hewitt not fast enough to get that one.
Deuce. Advantage lead.
Well, he's holding his nerve marvellously well here. But he's still got to complete the job. could so easily have dropped over, but it didn't.
5 games all.
Very clever the way Lee used slice to keep the ball low, contributing to that ball hitting the net. So 5-all. And some very, very good tennis being played now. The standard has really picked up since the start.
Tension's risen, hasn't it, too? I mean, I think Lee really believes he's in this match. And rightly so.
He certainly is in this match.
Oof.
Well, he is now.
Allow 15.
Absolutely deadly.
Wow. Beautiful backhand. All right, look at the follow through on that. Just about pulled his arm out of his socket. That was a...
Thank you. 15.
What a battle. 10 aces. Huge point, this second serve, 15-30. Oh, yes, it is over.
Well, time and again, the short balls that Hewitt has been doing have got him into trouble, and Lee has been man enough to stand up and have a go at them. Thoroughly deserves a couple of break points.
Oh, what a point. What a volley.
This backhand was like a rocket. Hewitt doing nothing more than keeping his wrist firm and blocking the ball. That volley could have gone just about anywhere. He just slightly mistimed it. Probably would have hit his coach on the head.
Still break point, though.
Well, Lee should know he's going to the forehand now. And the big points going to his weakness. He should be ready for that. Should be able to make it at least over the net.
Well, Lee playing these points so cleverly now. Oh, he's got it.
A few more good serves, and he'll be on his way. 2 sets to 1 up.
This is where he has to believe in himself. Serving for a 2 sets to 1 lead.
Players already, thank you. Allow 15.
There's shots to be hit and there's shots to come in on. But what can you do about that?
Absolutely devastating, those lobs.
Right again. And there's shots to be hit and there's shots to come in on. But what can you do about that?
Absolutely devastating, those lobs. Oh, they both hit the line.
What a forehand.
15-30.
It's not happy. He's mumbling in his corner, but that was from corner to corner. What a beautiful shot. And Lee hit that and stopped. I don't think he thought that it was going in, but it did drop right on the line.
A look of anguish on his face, but it was such a clever return. Not very fast, but it had slice. It was low. 2 break points to produce another tie break. Well, the Aussie support in the crowd absolutely ecstatic at that break of serve. What a player. That lob was the killer.
So, I mean, that lob that time wasn't even close to the baseline. The one previously hit the line, that was in a couple of feet, just completely fooled his opponent.
So it is a tie break once again.
Lee.
Well, I think statistically they tell us that the person who wins the first point of the tiebreak wins it something like 62% of the time.
Come on! Good return.
1-0.
Seems to be when Hewitt makes the good return, he can get into the point. And away he goes. At that time, that return was won the point outright, but most of the time, at least he gets in a good position. great backhand, this one. He's hit some good slice shots. It was disappointing, particularly under the circumstances in the tiebreaker. You don't want to be giving an unforced error.
So one mini break each. 1-2.
Let me sit.
Lead.
Well, the standard is so high now. They're both hitting the baselines.
That one really jumped up, didn't it? Almost like it was on clay.
Just wide. He's called it wide, and Lee doesn't like it.
3-2.
Certainly saw some chalk or dust.
That was so unlucky. It was certainly not long. Might have just been wide. Golly, that is unlucky.
Well, he's made a good call. That was a tough call to make. Most linesmen seeing a bit of chalk blow up go, well, that's close enough for me.
And the trouble for Lee is that he saw it too, the chalk. Here it is, look.
Oh, boy.
He was very, very unlucky.
Well, both of them would have been unlucky, actually, either way with the call.
Lee.
Well, full marks to Lee for not letting that upset him. 4-2. And he doesn't give much away, Lee's coach there. Steady nerves needed here. 4-2.
5-2.
Very good serving, isn't it?
Lee.
This set he's serving at 72%. That is very high.
Just the time for your ninth ace.
Lead.
The same line and the same linesman. Another very, very close decision here. Look at this. But a good call again. And now 3 set points for Lee. What a point.
Well, Lee couldn't have done any more than that, could he? Couldn't have done any more than that. Good point. mean, you've got to ask the question to your opponent.
6-4. Lee.
On a set point, you've got to ask the question by making him hit it right on the mark if he's going to win the point, and Hewitt did. Anyway, one more on his serve.
And don't forget, he's already saved a set point that Hewitt had in the 10th game.
Led first set.
That's another one so close.
Thank you.
A disappointment when you
Thank you very
hear a serve
much.
like that, you think it's in on set point. Well, isn't tennis a game of inches, huh? Maybe half an inch out that serve, and 2 sets to 1 up.
And the pinpoint pass on the other set point of Hewitt. A matter of inches. But he's still set point down. Tiebreak this has turned out to be.
What can you say, huh? Great play from both players. It's almost as if the nerves at the end just make the legs shake of Lee. It certainly felt like in a big rally under in a big tiebreaker.
27 strokes in that last rally, phenomenal.
You get nervous, and the more it goes, and the crowd start oohing and ahhing, and it's actually very hard to concentrate, particularly when you have to hit a shot that you're not particularly comfortable with under pressure, like that forehand of Lee. And it is a quality shot. It is the one that tends to bring a few errors.
So it's 6-all. 3 set points saved.
That's the first short forehand he's missed in a long time. Under pressure. He's hit so many of those crisply, put Hewitt under immense pressure or just for clean winners. But 6-all in the tiebreaker. Not so easy to hit.
And it's the second set point for Hewitt. And he's missed.
Court 1, Kyung-tak Lee is serving. First game of the 4th set, 30-love up.
It's going to be a tremendous test of this man's resolve now, after the disappointment of that tie-break loss. rather slip.
40-15.
Just lost his footing as his left foot came down there. Oh, it was his right foot that went.
Game lead. First game, 4-7.
Well, an awful long way to go for Lee now. And one feels that if he's going to win it, it won't be tonight, because they certainly won't be able to play for much more than, well, perhaps an hour. It's 8:15 local time, 9:15 on a clear night like this. They could probably play till. And Hewitt, of course, has the chance of closing it out tonight.
It doesn't. Hewitt did pull it together just for that tiebreaker, pulled out some tough tennis. He's just been a little inconsistent today. I don't think he's going to be able to wipe through Lee. Lee's had a good start to the set.
$15 left.
Still ahead in the ace count.
Game Hewitt. One game all. 4-7.
And still a little sun for the folk to enjoy over in that side of the stands. Won't be long before it disappears. Oh. He's hit some quite wonderful backhands tonight. None better than that. Altogether, 6 winners. Perfect. Choosing the exact moment to move forward, seeing that his opponent was playing a defensive shot. he's much more consistent now than at the start of this match, when we were a little bit surprised at the number of unforced errors, but certainly cut them out now.
Hewitt.
Well, I think the effects of that lost tie-break are being felt now. 40-15 up in this game, now break point down, looking a little bit despondent.
Deuce.
Late call, thinks Leighton, on that last ball that dropped wide.
Not that time. Bit too obvious, that
Advantage lead.
one. It was just a little too obvious. And not deep enough. As well, but to be fair, he's on the hard court. It's a little easier to produce some big shots. But it's where he suffers on the clay. He just doesn't have the big shot to knock off the top players.
No breaks, 1-2.
$15 left. Left. Left first. Game Hewitt. Two games all. 4-7.
I don't think this...
Courtesy to the players, please don't use camera with the flash. Thank you.
Well, it's getting dark enough, isn't it?
Yes, unfortunately, so many of today's cameras flash automatically.
$15
The light is still perfectly good.
30-15.
Just pushed it this one, didn't he? He almost took it too easy. Just push it back behind him. Just hitting it.
It's probably high enough to clip it fast across the court, wasn't it?
Exactly, exactly. He just took it a little easy, I think.
Left, first up.
Another of those close decisions. Clearly out, Hawkeye's view. He's like a terrier, isn't he? Snapping at your heels. Never letting you go. Well, yapping at you all the time.
He's tightening up. His game is tightening up. He's not doing quite as many unforced errors as he was the first couple of sets.
Advantage, Hewitt.
Another game in which he was 40-15 and now finds himself breakpoint down. He escaped last time, but he can't go on doing this and expect to escape. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, great shot right into the footprints there, and the ball just jumping up. Right where the players come in to hit their returns, just inside that line.
Advantage, Hewitt.
Well, how long can he hold out?
Something's got to give.
Deuce.
Don't think he was too pleased with that one, from what I heard.
No. Missed the return.
Advantage.
That's what happens. Nice. Gee, opportunities come and go so quickly.
Well, we said before, just inches decide the fate of players in matches as close as this. But only needed to be just 2 inches higher, and it was a winner. Instead, still struggling to hold.
Why isn't he doing more of those? It's easier said than done, of course, but
Advantage, Hewitt.
he's only hit about half a dozen decent, tough sort of volleys, and he's passed that test every single time.
12th point, he's one at the net.
Frustrating now. Getting frustrating. Just got to get a bit more oomph on those returns. At least give himself a chance. It's been good serving. Full credit to Lee. Another good serve. Nothing special.
Advantage, Lee.
Good solid first serve near the line.
Let first serve.
Oh, that is magnificent. Well, seed number 6,
yes.
and he's ranked in the world at number 9.
Yes, okay. So he's matching him, but it's usually the mental thing in that case. But he's been doing very well this match, very well indeed. He did choke a little bit in the tiebreaker. He's human.
15 love.
I think you have to hand the tiebreaker really to Hewitt. He played quite magnificent tennis.
Oh.
Well, we're seeing some backhand play worthy of players like Ken Rosewall, one of the greatest backhands of all time.
That's 15.
Well, they've been fairly rare today, the double faults. They've contained their enthusiasm well. 4 from Hewitt, 3 from Lee.
40-30.
Followed by the 12th ace.
Game, Hewitt. Three games on. 4 set.
But he certainly seems now to be fired up, Hewitt, doesn't he? Knowing that he can close this match out tonight. Doesn't want to be delayed for a second day. Well, down the line backhands are not the easiest shots in the world, and Lee has hit some magnificent ones today.
Yeah, certainly underused shot in my opinion. Some of the double-handed guys use it well. Andy Murray uses it very well, in actual fact. It certainly drags your opponent. It's usually going to the opponent's weakness as well, forehand. that at this level, the more players have weaker forehands than backhands. Some have magnificent forehands, of course. Oh, yes. That, like the follow through on that one. The snap of the wrist. This is very much Roger Federer sort of stuff. Look at this snap. Wee.
Top spin.
Fantastic shot.
And Hewitt
40-15.
making you play one more shot every time. That's why he's such a difficult opponent.
Let's first.
That was flat, wasn't it? Flat.
Oh, wonderful shot.
No top spin at all. Just sort of snapped his wrist at it to try and get it in, get a bit of power.
No, well played.
Lee leads.
In actual fact, so that's the difference. He's been tightening his game up, but he hasn't been going for an awful lot. Lee has been dictating the play, so you know he's going to miss a few that have just been sitting there, but he wins a bunch as well.
Well, he served a lot of aces today. That's 13 now. Unusual slightly. Oh, he's a terrier.
And that shot from Lee has been drawing quite a few short forehands throughout the match. This time Hewitt going deeper across court.
Well, still looks anxious.
4 games all. 4-6.
But he can smile. I've seen him.
He doesn't mind smiling. He's talking about Aussie rules.
Well, there's Glenn looking pretty intense as well. Missed it. Well, the crowd didn't like that. Wonder what Hawkeye how Hawkeye saw it is clearly out. I don't think we'll send him to Germany to take part in the festivities there.
Don't mention football.
Tough.
Wait till you guys get some bad calls. You haven't had one yet.
Well, if we're going to digress, let me offer my sympathy to the loss against Italy. It was clearly a dive.
Oh, well. Yeah, everybody thought so, except the one person that mattered.
Game Lee.
Well played, Lee. He has been rock solid.
Rankings seem to tell a lie in this match anyway.
Oh, wonderful.
Wow, 15.
That was the one getting the half-court ball, and thank you very much. Big chance now, second serve, love 15, big point.
Just ran into it a little bit, didn't he? Just
15
got
off.
too close to it. Whether the ball jumped back a little bit or not. That's the weakness there. Well, that's the mistake where he's been weak today, at least. That forehand return of the serve down the middle. On this side, he's hit a few winners, so he's a danger.
Oh, well played. Saw that his opponent had to play a defensive slice, and he was in like a flash.
It's a bit of an old-fashioned point, that one, isn't it? I'd like to see. A bit of cunning. Decided to go for that. You can't blame him. He hits himself and say, well, I mean, that's the gamble. Do you go for the shot, take control of the point, hope to hit the winner? He's hit a bunch of those winners. And all of a sudden he's got 2 break points. 2 break points, what am I talking about? 2 set points. Interesting to sit down after this set and see his match and see where he thought he might have gone wrong if he doesn't get out of it.
Oh. Now, still 2 points away from losing this set. Magnificent. It's It's set point for Lee.
Deuce.
Go to the weakness.
Goodness me, that could so easily just have dropped over the net instead of wobbling on the top and dropping back. But it's deuce.
Yeah, you've got to make that.
Advantage, Hewitt.
You really do have to make that. Pretty standard shot right onto the back. Pretty standard serve right onto the backhand.
This is quite remarkable.
Deuce.
Well, he's lifted his game here.
Advantage, Lee.
First, the magnificent backhand into the forehand corner. Now, a forehand into the backhand corner and a second set point.
Thank you.
Well, it's just one great competitor, isn't it? When it matters, he comes up with that spectacular shots. And it's just it's one winner after the other here at the moment.
Well, the
tennis.
standard is quite breathtaking.
Advantage, Hewitt.
With ace number 14.
Game, Hewitt.
A late call, and it was late. He's looking for help at the umpire.
Game solved. 4 sets.
And it was right on the line, according to Hawkeye. And no overrule from the umpire. That is very unlucky again.
Well, the sooner we get this technology, the better. It's pretty unfair. He's had a couple of bad line calls against him, Lee, at the wrong times, unfortunately. Good play.
$15 left.
Again, not the huge serve, but a good quality serve. Setting up shorter ball, not even short. It stayed low.
15-all.
Just over 3 hours we've been at it now.
$30-15.
I just hope that Lee can clear his mind of the disappointment of that last shot on the previous game.
Fault.
Are you watching, mate?
It says it all. Are you watching, mate?
But
Well, I don't think the sarcasm is appreciated, but
$30.
really had to adjust.
30, 40.
Tennis is a game of adjusting at the last minute, whether it's your feet or your swing or your decisions. And that one, the forehand of Hewitt skimming over the net and drawing Lee forward. He wasn't sure what to do with that one.
So it's a break point. Oh, terrific. And the wonderful thing here is that he hasn't lost his belief.
Well, it takes guts to go for a shot like that. It'd be very easy to hit that and sort of retreat back.
Well, that was a rash shot.
Advantage Hewitt.
A second break point. And a rather typical sprint to the chair by Hewitt.
Hewitt leads 6 games to 5. 4 sets.
And a rather sad figure of Lee as he strode slowly to the chair, knowing perhaps that he should have had the game on Hewitt's serve that would have given him the set.
Yes, absolutely. He really hasn't done much wrong at all in this match, and yet he finds himself having to break serve now to stay in the match. He's unlucky in this third set tiebreaker. Hewitt did play a very good second set, reduced his unforced error count. And here it's just been this set nip and tuck the whole way. Absolutely
Time.
brilliant tennis until those couple of unforced errors in that game. And Hewitt, as we've said, seen the stats, he's been the unforced errors account 14 first set, 3 in the second, 9 and 4 in this set, only 4 unforced errors. Making Lee win this one.
Well, the atmosphere absolutely wonderful. And it's inspired both of them to play some really great tennis. 6-5 serving for the match.
Well, the shots just keep coming, don't they?
Love 15.
Well, what a return. He's used it effectively, going for the forehand, and he's very rarely eased back on those returns. That was an unforced error.
Love 30.
Another very unlucky return there. A slight mishit, actually. It fell marginally long.
56%.
Well, perhaps he is human after all. 2 break points. Well, he deserves it, Lee. And there is a twist in the plot here.
It's quite incredible, isn't it? The tennis has been almost faultless until the last 2 games, where Lee's did a couple of unforced errors, and then Hewitt 3 in that game.
Thank you very
It
much.
really does deserve a tiebreaker. I've got to be fair here. Both played brilliantly.
Yes.
Lee.
Got nice and tight to the net to make that a relatively simple put away. And the light beginning to fade. 9:05 local time.
Let first up.
Come on, Hewitt!
So that 15th ace levels at 1-1.
There's a weakness in Leighton Hewitt's game. It is the second serve, and this guy has really dealt with it today. Any short ball, that wasn't actually short at all, but he's continuously had a go at it.
Well, this is extraordinary. Exactly what happened in the second set.
3-1, Lee.
He led in the third set, excuse me. He led 3-1 then. Extended that to 5-2 and 6-3 before Hewitt turned it round.
Lee.
Slice balls kept very low then. I think the heavier conditions are getting cooler out there, getting darker. The ball's not going to bounce quite as high. Just skidding frustratingly low. Lee having trouble getting underneath that one.
Lee.
Well, he must be suffering from deja vu here, because it's exactly where he was in that third set. 4-2 ahead.
Well, you had to put your money on Lee. Lightning doesn't strike twice, and I'd be surprised if he let this go again. But you've got Leighton Hewitt down the other end. It's almost, you'd like to say almost anybody else, and you'd say Lee's got it for sure. But
this is where Hewitt is always at his best in adversity.
But please.
Whoa. Oh, he made up his mind well early.
Lee.
Well, Hewitt has gone to the forehand under pressure. That's generally the weakest side. It has more errors. He went there again expecting an error, or hoping for an error, but Lee knew he was going.
Well, this is quite uncanny. The points in this tiebreak, the points in this tiebreak have followed absolutely the pattern of that third set.
Oh, you don't want that. Don't have to pick the ball up. You're nervous in the second serve now.
Oh, what a point!
Boy, he hits that low forehand well.
6-3. Lee.
Once again, Lee with 3 set points, just as he was
Thank you.
in set number 3.
If you don't think he's thinking about that third set,
Well, let's
you're
hope
wrong.
not, for his sake.
He's no doubt thinking about it, and Hewitt
For he's
know
had,
that.
he's had 2 set points earlier in the set, remember, on Hewitt's serve.
Well, is he going to go for this one, or is he going to play safe? He kicked himself last time for going for it on set point.
Well, the atmosphere around this court, quite extraordinary.
Thank you.
But it is still set point, and it's on his own serve. He's done it.
4 sets. Lee.
And the referee will come out, call it quits for the day, I think.
Well,
7 games to 6.
this has been the
2
most
sets all.
wonderful performance. Boos from the crowd as they anticipate the ending of play for today. But the 2 players know what's happening. They can't possibly begin a final set at 12 minutes past 9. And so it will be finished tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, play suspended.
So this extraordinary match will go into a second day. Hyun-Tak Lee has made sure of that by holding his nerve in that fourth set tiebreaker. But how he must be thinking, if only I'd done it as well in the third set, I'd be going off this court having beaten Leighton Hewitt. But he's got another chance tomorrow. It'll be coming down to a fifth and final set. Play finally called here at 12 minutes past 9. With the light fading fast, it looks bright there, but believe me, there's no way they could play another.
For the unfinished business between Leighton Hewitt, and there is Leighton Hewitt's partner. It is Leighton Hewitt and Lee Hyung-tak from Korea.
John Fitzgerald with the white cap on the right.
Becky Cartwright is the actress, the Australian actress, who is the other half of this gentleman here. Leighton Hewitt. It's love all. Fifth set.
Well, they're really starting off where they left off.
15 love.
These guys, good opening point. Of course, as we said earlier, that they need to both start off very well. Advantage of serving first.
30 love.
Yes, an early start to the net for Leighton Hewitt. I don't often see Leighton Hewitt so early in a set getting to the net, but 30 love it is. Final set, first game.
Let first serve.
Is a scorcher from Lee. A heavy forehand here down the line.
30,
Look
15.
at this beautiful preparation, and just inside the tram line. Oh, he enjoyed that.
Third goal.
That's the sixth double fault for Leighton Hewitt. Leighton Hewitt's first serve is operating at 57%. Lee with 3 double faults. So Leighton would like to get that figure up to above 60. You're looking to get at least 6 or 7 of your 10 serves in.
(40-30).
Couple of errors there, creeping in to Lee's game. 40-30. Yes, good serve.
Hewitt.
The 3 points are always welcome at this late stage in the match. And there we are, aces 16
First
for
game,
Hewitt,
final set.
10 for Lee. So that's a lot of aces, considering the both men are not known for their serves, but they both strike a very, very good ball. 1 love to Hewitt in the final set.
Glorious day it is, and the weather forecast is fantastic. Raja Rashid, Leighton's coach, and in the corner there, John Fitzgerald. Well, Australia, represented by Leighton Hewitt in the last 5 or 6 years so well. Former world number 1, 2 Grand Slam titles, the US and Wimbledon.
Well, he got tough, didn't he? Lee decided to go back behind Hewitt. But the
Love,
Australian
15.
was waiting for this one. And look at that lovely lob over Lee. Well inside the baseline. Can't get to it, can he? But you could see as the point started to progress
Love 30.
that the Australian was the one getting better.
And that was a 22-stroke rally, giving Lleyton Hewitt a love 30 lead here in the second game of this fifth and final set. Oh, he's got the winner. Love 40.
Love
Winner
40.
with a return of serve. And it was a miss-hit, acknowledged by Lleyton, but the clenched fist back to his corner. 3 break points for the Australian.
15-40.
Good serve. Ace number 11. .1540, still the 2 break points.
Oh, he read it again. But this time, Lee was waiting.
30-40.
And so he saves 2 break points. 1 more to go. Oh, that's a very uncharacteristic error for Lleyton Hewitt.
Deuce.
Now he's getting hold of everyone, even a former champion.
Yep. Back to deuce then, or up to deuce from love 40. Good comeback this by Lee.
Change up in the pace. The interesting thing with Lee
Advantage
is that
Lee.
when he gives less pace to Lleyton Hewitt, that's when the error comes. We've all said over the years that Lleyton Hewitt is a marvelous counter-puncher, but you ask him to generate the pace and he struggles a bit. That's exactly what Lee seems to be doing here. Oh yes, well played. Marvelous tennis by Lee. A backhand cross-court, Alan. Beautifully timed and played into the corner there.
One
lovely,
game off.
lovely shot.
Final set.
And so from love 40, Lee comes back to hold on all fifth set. Korean flag.
I've never been to Korea. Never been to Seoul.
Fantastic place.
Yep.
Seoul is a magnificent city.
I have friends who went to the Seoul Olympics and they said it was amazing. 1988.
Well, I did carry the Olympic torch at the Seoul Games. It was quite special.
I didn't know that.
Very special moments in my career.
But I'm told it's a wonderful city.
It certainly is, and they've got some great sporting facilities. Okay.
Love 15.
Even the city of Busan, they have regular ATP tournaments in Busan every year.
Yes. They're also a fast enhancing country in the world of golf, especially ladies golf. The number of Koreans coming through on the LPGA tour, quite amazing. Lleyton Hewitt, born in Adelaide, still lives in Adelaide. The 2002 Wimbledon champion, beat David Nalbandian in the final that year. Year before, He won the US Open.
Well, that is a marvellous return of serve here at full stretch
15-30
from Lee. Hewitt doesn't even make a move.
I'll correct that about Leighton. Born in Adelaide, lives in Sydney, where the house prices are rocketing. Sydney, one of the great cities of the world.
Absolutely magnificent city. Harbour view from the beautiful Regent Hotel. Overlooks Opera House. Great memories of Sydney. Played Davis Cup there against the Australians in '87. White City. Marvellous backhand there, forcing the error from Lee. Was recently in Melbourne for the Commonwealth Games, which was another magnificent city, where of course they have the Australian Open, which I hope you all enjoy on Star Sports. Delhi will host the next Commonwealth Games in 2010.
Got to build a few more hotels in Delhi before then.
We're getting there. You know what he's doing very well, Alan, is he's playing the X's, as they say in tennis. Right here, this one, the cross court. It's not quite a sharp enough angle, but sharp enough to be able to deliver the winner. Beautifully struck.
Well, he's good to watch. Lee Hyung-tak. It's deuce.
Oh, he tried the pass, but a little late.
Advantage, Hewitt.
Huge point there for Hewitt. So there's a great danger, having lost the game when you've had 3 break points in the previous game.
Well, the number 6 seed here, Lleyton Hewitt, is being pushed all the way by the Korean Lee Hyung-tak. Leighton's first serve down to 55% now. First serves in at 55%.
Well, the rallying, the depth of the rally is there from Lee, off backhand especially. Really kept this man on the back foot.
I don't think he's missed one yet. I don't think he's missed a backhand. Certainly not in this 5th set.
Advantage, Hewitt.
So Lleyton Hewitt with his 3rd game point, and already this 5th set is 14 minutes in duration. The 4th was an hour last night. That's a good serve from the Australian. He had to work hard in that game, but it's on. 2 games all in this 5th and final set. And Lee Hyung-tak really playing the match of his life. 3 hours and 36 minutes.
Oh, well, of course, that's the great legendary Margaret Smith Court on the left, and her husband, Barry Court. Margaret Court, of course, most ever Grand Slam titles.
15 left.
If I'm not mistaken, Alan, she has won 65 Grand Slam titles. Oh, dear. Well done. She's here, of course, as a guest of the
30 left.
chairman of the club. And she's a reverend.
Yes,
the Reverend
gives a
Margaret
lot of her
Court.
time now to the church, doesn't she?
Yes. Magnificent championship she won when she beat Billie Jean King in the final.
40 left.
14-12 in the final set. Longest singles final in history. That is a lovely backhand, isn't it?
The
40,
backhand
15.
from Lee is just a beautiful stroke.
You know, I love two-handed backhands, but there's something about a one-handed backhand that sort of gives you a really good feeling.
You love a two-handed backhand?
Well, I do. I mean, they're struck well. They're beautiful.
Game, Hewitt.
17 aces.
New balls,
Leighton
please.
Hewitt leads 3-2.
Welcome back. You're watching live coverage on
Time.
Star Sports, the greatest sporting event in the world. The championships at Wimbledon. Alan and I are watching this marvelous Court 1 match, which was stopped due to bad light at 2 sets apiece late into the evening yesterday. Commenced the 5th set today, and it is 3-2 on serve. Leighton Hewitt in the 5th. Lee serving with new balls.
Out. 15
Just
left.
missed the line, but that was a brave second serve there from Lee. Just to surprise Hewitt a bit. One thing I have to say, Alan, the difference between Leighton Hewitt today and perhaps when he was so invincible, winning US Open,
30
Wimbledon,
left.
is the fact that he's in fact giving away a few more free points than he used to. Never used to give you a free point.
Yeah, I think that was his quality, wasn't it? That was his trademark. Well played. 40 love.
40 left.
Lee is 30 years of age, gives 5 years to Leighton Hewitt. 25 titles for Hewitt, just the one for Lee in his career. Oh, he's
Yeah,
pulled that
Lee.
a long way.
But you see that again, Alan, the loose balls to Hewitt, those are the ones seem to be providing the error or the cheap points from the
3
Australian.
games all. Final set.
Very unusual.
So Lee levels at 3-all. And now Leighton Hewitt, who's making his 8th consecutive appearance at Wimbledon. Last year he reached the semi-finals. He lost to Roger Federer in straight sets. And in 2004 it was Federer who beat Hewitt in the quarterfinals in 4. And Leighton Hewitt just can't get up and beat Roger Federer, but that's a long way off.
I'll tell you, once this man lines up his backhand there, as he did,
Allow 15.
beautifully struck, Leighton Hewitt had to come up with a really good shoestring volley there, just missing the line. Good start for Lee, love 15.
Good
serve.
Yeah, very good serve. Of course, Leighton Hewitt holds the unenviable record of having been, or is, the only defending champion in the Open era to lose in the opening round of a Slam, when in 2003 he lost to Ivo Karlovic as the 2002 Wimbledon title holder. Do you remember that match, VJ? He was on court number... He was on centre court.
Centre court, yes.
Of course it was. First match. And I remember that day, Leighton was playing that giant Ivo Karlovic, and the serve was coming down from about 12 feet, because he's about 6'9".
It's coming out in the royal box, really.
30-15, 3-all, final set.
A couple of free points on the service there, which has been really
40-15.
giving him a lot of help, the Leighton Hewitt serve.
Verbal outburst there from Leighton to himself.
Game Hewitt.
Leighton Hewitt holds on, and it's still on serve in the fifth. It's Hewitt 4-3. They've been on court number one. And this is the completion of business that started yesterday. This is a second round match between Leighton Hewitt of Australia and the Korean Lee Hyung-taek. There's Becky Cartwright. Yeah, come on, Leighton.
Love 15.
That could be an expensive double fault for Lee. Love 15, 3-4, final set.
Touch from Lee.
Well, this is a remarkable approach, and then marvelous angle drop volley there from Lee. Beautifully struck, nicely in front of him. Oh, that was a tight call. Trying to push Paradon Srichaphan out of the #1 spot in Asian rankings. That's a lovely backhand. Yet again, the response from Leighton Hewitt a bit short.
30-15.
And look how nicely he moves forward on this. Really a majestic backhand, isn't it?
Beautiful backhand. 30-15. No.
40-15.
To play the forehand down the line. Leighton. 40-15.
Let first.
Wonderful improvisation here from Leighton Hewitt.
40-30.
5 or 6 feet behind the baseline, and he produces that. 40-30. 3-4 final set.
Oh, that's a glorious pass. Well, I really thought that was a good enough approach shot there from Leighton Hewitt.
Final
That
set.
certainly was a marvellous pass there from Lee. 4 games all. Final set. 30 minutes of play. Struck that return of serve way out in front. Beautifully played down the line over the high part of the net. 48 winners to 64 winners for Lee. The serve has been getting him out of trouble, hasn't it, Alan?
Yes, that was 120 miles an hour. His fastest 124, the same as Lee, also 124. But Leighton serving at 55% his first serve.
Oh, I said.
I'll tell you what, he is producing everything with that backhand.
See, he's in full flow, isn't he?
Oh,
look at this.
30.
I tell you, if you were giving a backhand lesson, this would be it. Just looks majestic, doesn't it? Well, a real chance here. 15-30. Didn't he?
it's the first he has missed in this final set.
That's a great pity. He had a good look at that. It's funny how that ringing thing in the back of your mind says, oh my goodness, it's 15-30.
Yep.
So 30 all.
Advantage. Hewitt
comes through with the ace.
18 of them now from the racket of Leighton Hewitt. 13 from Lee. And it's 40-30.
There's the come on.
5 games to 4. It's on serve in the 5th.
Hewitt leads 5 games to 4.
2 minutes on court. We're on court number 1. Star Sports beaming you these pictures live from London, from the All England Lawn Tennis Club, live and exclusive. Lee now serving 4-5 in the 5th. Oh, well played. Took his time.
15 left.
Lined up the winner. Well, there was no remonstration from Lee. Yes, it was wide. Good call by the linesman. Line judge, I should say. 15 all. 4-5. We're in the 5th.
Oh.
15-30.
Just wide, the forehand from Lee. And all of a sudden, she was on the other foot. 4-5, 15-30. 2 points away from victory, the Australian. pity there for Lee. Shanked that forehand. Hewitt jumped on it for the winner. And after 3 hours and 55 minutes over 2 days, Hewitt has 2 match points. Well.
3 sets to 2. 6-7, 6-2, 7-6, 6-7, 6-4.
Well, a great effort by Leighton Hewitt, Alan, but disappointment there for Intact Lee. Tense moments he had though there, 4-all in the 5th set. 15-30, a real good look at the cross-court pass, or rather backhand cross-court for Lee. But Hewitt has won these matches so many times, hasn't he?
Never gives up. That's the great quality of Leighton Hewitt, but you have to give credit for a wonderful performance from Lee Hyung-taek, who's come here to Wimbledon with an ATP ranking of 102 in the world, against Leighton Hewitt with an ATP ranking of 9, and he seeded 6. What a match. Great match on court number 1.